MrBeast just sat down with Oompaville for a massive 2 hours and 37 minutes interview to address all the allegations that have been flying around this past year. Don't worry, I watched the whole thing so you don't have to. Now, besides a whole lot of yapping and let's be real, an unreasonable amount of giggles.
Yeah, that English.
Yeah. I guess so. I feel, and it, like, talking to you.
MrBeast managed to clear up nearly everything surrounding the drama, and I gotta hand it to Oompaville, he did not shy away from the tough questions. So here's the deal, I will break down the major claims made by Dogpack and other YouTubers and show you exactly how MrBeast responded to each one. Let's dive right into it. Now for the first chunk of the interview, they talked about how MrBeast hired a law firm to either prove or disprove all the allegations made against him and his company. Of course, this stirred up a lot of reactions online with people poking fun at the potential biases because they're getting paid by MrBeast Inc. But hey, he addressed that head on and explained his reasons.
Quite Emmanuel's bias, like even no matter what I show them, if they think a top tier law firm would willingly potentially tank their rep for me, like I don't know if there's anything that's ever
it's
to
foolish,
convince them.
right?
Yeah,
it is foolish.
Yeah.
And
but also, what I would say to those people is I'm here, so it's not like I'm like maybe that argument would work if I just never did anything, but I'm here, so.
After clearing the air on that, we finally got into the first actual claim. Oompaville brought up a topic, the diversity of MrBeast's company and the HR issues. There were claims that he doesn't hire enough women and that there was no way of the staff to complain about serious problems. Here is what MrBeast had to say about it.
Diversity, I have seen a lot of people mention that about our company, which, I mean, that one's just not even true. Like, I mean, feastables, for example, pretty crazy amount of diversity in our company. So, because you know, we have 400 people that work for me. It's not just me and the boys on the camera, which is the 5 you see. If there's an actual serious issue, then, you know, we'll bring in professionals who experience in, you know, getting down to it, interview them, gather the information. I'll recuse myself. I don't want to be the arbiter of truth. And
also, just so we're clear, prior to now, when MrBeast actually hired professional HR people, his mom was apparently running HR for the company. More about that from him.
your mom was previously head of your HR department. Also acknowledge that that is a conflict of interest.
oh, I agree. That's a dumb thing to do.
Yeah.
I mean, I wouldn't say she's head of HR. I mean, she was, I guess, but she's also running finance, and you know, it's not like a real company.
Now let's move on to one of the bigger claims, the so-called no doesn't mean no policy. This was a serious allegation suggesting that MrBeast's company ignored boundaries or pressured people into doing things they weren't comfortable with. Oompaville didn't hold back on this one, and MrBeast had a lot to say in response.
So when we started hiring more people, I wrote this little, I almost like advice book just for a lot of employees. And one part of it that was, there's a section that said, no does not mean no. And then they just like cropped that out. And they're like, look, this is proof Jimmy's immoral and evil. When obviously, like you were saying, if you read the context below, it makes sense.
So basically, MrBeast explained that this policy strictly applies to business decisions. It's not about immediately rejecting crazy video ideas involving other companies. He made it clear that when it comes to human boundaries or personal matters, this policy does not apply. Another big claim was that MrBeast is faking videos with CGI. To that, he openly admitted using it, but only in under 1% of his videos. He explained it's used rarely, like for fixing a background for a big production set piece that didn't look great. He also said that moving forward, he plans to either stop using CGI completely or clearly mark it with a Beast logo.
I'm down to figure something out. I mean, we just don't really use it that much. It's just like a thing few and far between, but what I really don't want is people to not be able to trust my videos just because occasionally I want to make a wall blacker or like I want to extend a set a little bit just to make it look cooler.
In addition to that allegation, there was the claim that MrBeast used CGI to make it look like his company built a hospital, either partly or fully. Here's the part you don't need to search for. I sped it up for you and cut out all the yapping, but essentially, he apologizes.
Honestly, truthful, dumb mistake. At the start of one of our Beast Philanthropy videos, they were trying to show what this like building looked like in the past, and in the past that hospital wasn't there, so they removed it in the editing. Which, and this is just like a small part of it. This isn't even like the point of the video was that we built this hospital or whatever. It was just a shot at the beginning. But some people saw that and like thought we did build it, which is not the intention, and so it's just a dumb mistake.
After all of that, they focused on the allegations that MrBeast rigged videos to get the outcome he wanted, specifically the 100 boys versus the 100 girls video. Here's the short version. He explained that due to tight rules regarding lockdown, some people were tested positive and had to be sent home. With people missing, they either had to cancel the video or just include those who were working on the set, like his girlfriend. Another short one, Dogpack, the guy who first exposed MrBeast, claimed that Jimmy ran illegal lotteries. Here's his response.
Do you believe that you ran an illegal lottery?
I don't think we did. I have people looking into it and like trying to pull the footage and figure it out. He disproved the two, which I don't want to just like speculate. I have a team looking into it. I don't think we did though. But regardless, just to be truthful, if people want a refund or think for whatever reason, like we did something wrong, like I'll send you a link that you can just put in the description where they can get a refund. Maybe just throw it on the screen here.
Okay.
But yeah, I mean,
Here's the best part in my opinion. Oompaville asked Jimmy if he is planning to sue Dogpack, and trust me, this is something you got to see.
Are you gonna sue Dogpack?
well, there's tons of examples of him intentionally manipulating things to not be true and posting it online. Tons and tons and tons of that. Literally had people pull out millions of dollars. It's just unfortunate. Like, I don't want to be put in this situation, but probably gonna have to. I mean, it's just...
Doesn't sound too good for Dogpack. I mean, I like the guy. He even commented on one of my videos a while back. I actually made a fan animation a couple of months ago of MrBeast, Ava, and Dogpack Death Note themed. It came out a bit borderline offensive though, so I might get cancelled myself for it. But hey, I will leave a link in the comments if you wanna check it out. At this point, they talk more about Dogpack, and MrBeast even flipped the script here, accusing Dogpack of lying. Here is the clip.
Photoshopped a fake live stream and falsely accused me of not saying something I did say and falsely accused something. It was a good intentions when he put a king-size Feastables bar beside a regular-size Hershey's bar and didn't disclose that, and then lied about us having more sugar than them. Was it?
Okay, now for something shady but still interesting. Crypto scams. A YouTuber named CoffeeZilla published a video connecting MrBeast to some crypto scamming activities. Let's break down what that all was about.
Coffee's video and the report. Well, so I'll start off with the report. I mean, Jimmy is too stupid to like make this kind of money, therefore it must be insider trading. This is his wallet. Clearly there was insider trading because he never would have been able to make this kind of money. When in reality, which is what I told Coffee in that statement we gave him, it was managed by a fund. So I wasn't the one managing the wallet. I've never had access to that wallet. I've never done the buying and selling on that wallet. There's an actual professional who's written books on crypto and lived and breathes crypto every second of the day managing it.
Honestly, in my opinion, it doesn't sound like Jimmy was directly involved. It seems more like the managing firm might have done something shady. Obviously, I'm not going to dig for more proof, but based on what he said, I think CoffeeZilla might need to do a bit more investigating. That being said, this probably isn't the last we will hear about it, because that clip proved to me that crypto scamming did in fact happen, and that means Jimmy either directly or indirectly profited from it. Okay, now let's talk about feastable chocolate bars and the allegations of child labor connected to them.
Yeah, that one was a crazy one when I woke up and saw those videos claiming I used slave labor, which, yes, there's a lot of unethical stuff in the sourcing of cocoa because big chocolate just wants to buy cocoa as cheap as possible. Yeah, so majority of the world's cocoa comes from West Africa. Feastables early on, we sourced from Peru, which Peru doesn't have ethical problems, but after we started getting bigger, all roads lead to you have to source from West Africa because that's just where most of the world's cocoa is grown. The company that is the gold standard that has been living and breathing this for the last 15 years is Tony's Open Chain. Done all the research, they live and breathe it, like on how to eliminate child labor, how to best support the farmers, how to everything you can think of. We actually formed a joint partnership with where we source through Tony's Open Chain with Feastables and Tony's Open Chain. This has been a thing well before the controversy.
So there's something called Beast games where 1,000 contestants compete against each other. According to allegations, they were put in an unsafe workplace. Here is his response.
5 anonymous Beast game contestants submitted a lawsuit and they sent it to the press, but conveniently all the actual claims are redacted, blacked out, so you can't actually see it. And I'm not allowed to disclose what's behind those black lines, but there was one woman who when we were filming, we had obviously tons of feminine care products and stuff like that, but there was one woman who was allergic to the feminine care products, and we didn't have allergen-free ones like tampons and pads. And she told someone that she was allergic, and they didn't obviously do the logical thing, which is tell us or just drive to the local Walmart and buy some and give it to her.
Here's a random clip of MrBeast claiming he's not the Antichrist. I think if you leave their video with one thing, it should be that.
Where's the Bible?
Yeah, there you
I'm
go.
not the Antichrist. There you go.
Subscribe and watch my other videos. Most are fan anime animations. There's a mystery link in the pinned comment. Click it or you never find out.